And you start to realize that society is just made up of a bunch of lies and that everybody's sheep. You can't.
Bruh, every time I get one of these videos on my For You page, the video and the comment section are just so incredibly cringe. And this video isn't supposed to be like a nihilistic point of view on intellectualism and like developing wisdom and knowledge. It's the opposite, actually. The issue I have with these videos is that people presuppose that the smarter you get, the more you're able to have this sort of moral superiority because you can perceive right and wrong better than others, and like you're not like trying to be as deceptive about things and all this, and you start to see deception in other people and all this. There's a lot more people in this world that recognize the deception but choose to love anyway. Welcome to Christianity. Learning like these philosophical ideologies just so you can like pinpoint an exact fallacy within someone's statement or within a conversation or something like that's just one qualifier of intelligence, one characteristic. You know what else is another one? Love. The whole reason I'm making this video is to simply state one simple fact. People who know the lies of the world, the evil and the corruption of the world, and still choose to love and serve one another, those people are far, far, far more intelligent than those who sit in complacency. If learning the truth about the world and how the corruption and evil is rampant everywhere, if that causes you to pull back because your intelligence has caused you to stay quiet, that means you've lost intelligence, you haven't gained it. Because the point I'm trying to explain here is that just because you get information doesn't mean that you've attained intelligence. The entire point of information is what you do with it. You are not a USB drive. You are called to learn, but you are also called to speak out and act against the injustices of the world and to love one another. And then some, secular philosophy bro is going to say, oh, by whose authority do you say that? Well, how is your morality objective? Because God said so. And there's a lot of people who are going to argue with that. Doesn't matter. At least I have an authority that commands me to love. A secular point of view has no authority because there is no area to ground your moral compass on. Everything is relative. Because if there is nothing, then the relative morality of a murderer is the same as a righteous person. My God says otherwise. I'm just going to finish with a Bible verse. When an impure spirit comes out of a person, it goes through arid places, seeking rest and does not find it. Then it says, I will return to the house I left. When it arrives, it finds the house swept, clean, and put in order. And it comes and goes and takes 7 other spirits more wicked than itself. They go in and live there. Final condition of that person is worse than the first. The whole point of this verse is that just because you attain a bunch of knowledge does not mean that you are better. Not in any way. Not better than others, for sure. You have simply attained more data in a storage bank. Which is why when you clear out the stuff within here, you need to fill it with the correct things. And if you fill it with just intelligence and no sense of good or evil, you're not going to do anything productive with that intelligence. God bless.